Welcome, welcome,
welcome to the JO
welcome to the
Show.
JO
Welcome
Show.
to the JO
Welcome to the
Show.
JO Show. Welcome, welcome,
Welcome to the JO
welcome to the
Show.
JO
Welcome
Show.
to the JO
Welcome to the
Show.
JO Show.
Thumbs up or thumbs down, handle yours. Cause the topics I discuss opens doors like open pores. My mission have you wanting more, and this is for people all across the board. So if you're sick of the same old statistics, from talking heads with their old style of logistics, I suggest that you just let go and give a listen to the JO Show.
Welcome,
Welcome,
welcome to the JO
welcome to the JO Show.
Welcome to the JO.
Welcome to the JO Show.
Welcome, welcome to the JO.
Welcome to the JO
Welcome
Show.
to the JO.
Welcome to the JO Show.
What up, though, man? It's your boy. It's your boy Jo, man. This is the Jo Show Unedited. We talk movies, we talk sports, we talk entertainment, we talk all things Cleveland. And look, man, we just gonna talk. We got the Browns, we got the Cavs, but we just gonna talk, man. This is what it is. This is the JL Show Unedited. Look, get your shoulders. Look, hey, and then that shoulder. Hey, and then look, your shoulders don't roll when you see this. If your shoulders don't roll when you hear this, you are a hater. You are a hater, man. EP, what up, man?
Nothing, brother. Just happy to be here. It's Friday. Sorry for the new studio look. I am at my daughter's basketball game. It starts here at 7. So,
Well, that's what's up.
got a little office popping out. That's why I got my little drinky drink. I got the water.
Yeah, little H2O. Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. Hey, look.
Yeah.
The
Can't have
jail
a
show.
mild moment. Nothing.
Yeah. Look, this is the JL Show Unedited. Like I said, if you hit on this, if you clicked on this, thank you. I really appreciate it. We really appreciate all the love and support, man. Hit that like. Continue to hit that like for me. Hit the subscribe if you're not subscribed already. We are streaming on multiple platforms. We are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, we are on Twitch, and we are on Instagram. On Instagram, you have to hit the link that's in the bio of at the JL Show Unedited. It'll take you right to where we are. On YouTube and on Facebook, we are on the JL Show, one word, unedited. On Twitch, it's one word, the JL Show Unedited. EP again, man. Let me clap you back in. What up, man?
I have mixed emotions, man, after seeing what happened with the Browns.
Uh-huh.
I thought I threw the blueprint out there, what they needed to do. That I want to backtrack and say all of the plugs and the platforms that we are on, please subscribe because that is free.
Oh yeah, it definitely
It's
free.
free. So
I
yeah,
didn't I didn't think I had to mention that anymore at this
no,
point. It is free.
I mention
I'm
that
sick
every
of it.
time,
It's free.
every time.
You gonna say it
Because
every
when
time.
it becomes $2.99, I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you a little something on that. Okay.
Yeah.
So right now it's free. We appreciate y'all, like Jo said. Again, man, I'm just I'm a little disturbed. I thought I had the blueprint for the Browns, and they were doing that. And the last end of the game, I'm really mad that I stayed up for it.
Yeah. Jameis
And
showed
yeah,
why he's a backup. He's a good
yeah,
backup. Yeah.
yeah. But my problem with Jameis is Jameis, how are you motivating a team and you can't motivate yourself?
Mm.
And that's just where I'm falling to. I'm not understanding this guy. Like, are y'all gonna keep buying into him and he's giving the game away, or I don't know. We look real nice. Y'all wore exactly what I said: the white with the orange pants. I did say that, didn't I, JL?
Yeah.
You wanted us to go all white. I wanted the white helmets though too. I did say that. But needless to say, it was a great game to watch, but the outcome was not what I was looking for.
Yeah. And look, I sacrificed my sleep for that.
Hmm.
And up until that last drive, I had everything. I was cool with it. I expected James to throw an interception, and he did. I didn't
Hmm.
think that they were going to both cost us the way they did, especially the last one. The last one was just awful. But uh,
Can I give a shout out real quick?
go ahead.
Shout out to Jerry Judy, man, in that game for coming alive. No matter
I said it. He's gonna have a big
no
game.
matter what people say about you, you may have a little slump or you may come. You proved yourself, and I liked what I seen.
And
and
what a
I
lot of
really
people
did.
and what a lot of things say about the people that say about him, the people don't realize is that um he didn't really have a real fair go in Denver,
Hmm.
quarterback
Hmm.
wise. To be
Yeah.
that you have to be able to get someone the ball to be able to
Mm.
see what they can do. I mean,
Right.
that's
Right.
just I mean, even when he first got here, we thought, oh, all right, here we go. But maybe Jameis unlocked a different element in him because he's before that game, he was at least averaging a number one receiver type
Hmm.
stats when Jameis took over.
Hmm.
So yeah, when you get him the ball, you allow him to do things. I did think though, I said it, he was gonna have a huge game in Denver. Kathy P, what's happening? What's
Hey,
going on,
Kathy.
Kathy? Like I said it, I said he's gonna have a big game. And he
Yeah.
did. I just hope that it doesn't it wasn't just a get back game and now I'm just gonna shrink. I want to see more. I want to see everything that he can give us. But the problem is, like you said with Jameis, do you keep him? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, from what I'm hearing is that, they're trying to figure out a way to keep him.
Right.
And it's like, well, how are you gonna make it competitive in the room with Deshaun Watson? Because again, listen, whether you don't want to hear this or not, he is still on the roster.
Yeah.
And
And
9 he just may find himself suiting up at some point next season.
and hopefully this off season and this time off will help him get his mental back, and that's Deshaun Watson. And the only reason I'm saying that
Uh-huh.
is the NFL did drop all reviews today. There is no more allegation. There is nothing you could say or bring back against this man. It's over. So hopefully he get his confidence back. But for me, I would love to keep Jameis Winston as just I said it before, a quarterback coach. You know, he can teach some young kids where his mistakes is and things of that nature. Every time, like they say, the best basketball coach is the one sitting on the bench. He see everything. So I just think he could probably mentor, but we're
Okay.
not paying him like nothing outrageous. But you could be
You will have
a
to resign him.
coach. Yeah, you could, or he could retire and come in as a coach. I mean, I don't know. It's too far fetched for me to think about what Jameis Winston's career going to be with the Cleveland Browns. I I just am like you. I want to see more. Do me a favor and just beat Pittsburgh twice, and I'm happy.
That is the Super Bowl for me. I feel like
Yeah,
Michigan right now. Like
yeah.
I feel like a Michigan fan. Like if you could just give me a sweep of Pittsburgh, all is forgiven for this season, dog.
One more time.
The
One
sweet
more
Pittsburgh,
time.
dog. Yeah, just one more time on the road.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at it like, look, they got 5 games left: Pittsburgh,
Mhm.
Kansas City, the Bengals, the Dolphins, and then the Ravens. And I got 2 wins out of them 5 games, man.
Wait, say that
And I
again.
don't see it coming this coming Sunday. Like, unfortunately,
Say it again.
they got the Steelers, the Chiefs, the Bengals, the Dolphins, and then the Ravens.
I got us beating the Dolphins.
I
That's
got us
it.
beating the Dolphins and the Bengals.
I only got the Dolphins. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, for
I
what
know
I
we
seen, yes. I mean, what I seen on Monday Night Football, yeah. So, like I said, if you're able to win that game on Denver, I might have y'all as the Giant Killers.
I mean, yeah, I
But
was
what
yeah,
happened? Yeah, no, I only got the Dolphins. Tony Busby is being sued. Oh,
for
yeah.
what has he been sued for?
Probably all his allegations that he made up about Deshaun.
I mean, of course,
Yeah,
especially if they're closing everything now and it's like
yeah,
it ain't no more coming back from this. Yes, there's
yeah.
gonna be a lot of things that the boy. I mean, that's what I don't like about people. We just shut up, bro. Let
Just
things
leave
play
him
out,
alone.
man.
Yeah,
I mean, you just want to just have your own opinion and talk, and it can get you in trouble. Like it can definitely
yeah,
get you in trouble. So yeah, I'm hoping that not only he gets sued, he's getting sued, but it goes through. You
yeah.
know, I'm hoping that it goes through. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Kathy. Um, and again, I don't have too much. Look, they're 3-9 right now. I see them 5-12 at the end of the season. And here we go again. Jameis Winston for me, it's going to be a bridge. You got to have a quarterback because Deshaun Watson is not going to be ready by opening day.
Mm-mm.
So you got to have some type of competency. So I'll take that. But what I don't want to happen is that Deshaun Watson still doesn't, because he's coming off another like season-ending surgery. Like that ain't easy. It's not like this is first go around. I mean, even though it's not his first go around, but like it's a different injury. It's like
It's a career-ending
the
injury.
toll that it can take on a person
Mhm.
physically to have to go through all this rehabilitation again, and try to get itself to a reasonable standard. Like, yes, we're talking about Deshaun Watson. Like, to get him to a reasonable standard for next season, like
I don't see it happening. I just don't
but
see
the
it
money,
happening.
the money is just I can't get it out of my head, even though it's not my money. But
Mhm.
the money says I'm going to put you out there. I'm a Baker Mayfield your ass. Like I don't know, man, and I don't.
The smartest thing the Browns could do right now is sit down with him and his agent and find out a settlement that works for both sides. And then try to go out there and find somebody. Just don't give me Aaron Rodgers, but go out
Man,
there
please,
and go out there and find a quarterback that is elite enough to fit the system and for us to win. That's it. It's that simple. But I don't know if it's going to be that simple to go ahead and get Deshaun Watson to take a settlement and let bygones be bygones. But
yeah. So
it,
like
it's
the big question is like, what's next? Like,
we
what's
don't know.
next? Like, but we
We
got to
don't
start
know.
thinking about it now because this season is
Yeah,
over with. Like, so
yeah. But
we got to start thinking. I hope that Andrew Berry, because again, you got to think about he still got 5 games left. You don't know what's going to happen into the season with these pink
right,
slips. Like, so it's
right.
like I know they got a lot of shit going on in their head, but
They're
unfortunately, you
not going
still
to
got to
release
look
it to
for
us. Yeah,
next season, and it's
they're not going to release it to us. So that's one thing we don't know. We're all up in the air, assuming possibilities. What could happen is just going to have to take to the off season for us to find out. He had that is true, Kathy. We had no line, no running game, and the receivers dropping passes under him. So if that is telling me the toll of the toll, that means hey, you're not fitting into the system, Deshaun. So I again, what Andrew Berry and them decide to do is baffling me right now. You
but
you got
again,
on
Deshaun
five.
Watson didn't. He got hurt before he at least got a better line than what they first put out in front of him. When the line
Mhm.
got healthy, he went out.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
don't know if that played a part. As far as receivers dropping, you can't change that. Yeah,
no.
you can't change the drops. Um, I would ask, why was it hard for him to locate Jerry Judy and Jameis just unlocked them? Like,
You said it. It's a healthier line. He's out. You just said it. There's the answer right there. When you
okay,
scrambling, rambling, and bumbling, and nobody's blocking for you, you can't see past the lineman that's rushing you.
to a point,
So, to
but
a point.
Jameis Winston had a quicker ball release than Deshaun Watson. And when the line is the way that it is, how you can help them is by getting the ball out quick.
Well,
And
Jameis Winston is also a pro's a pro, so he knows how to get that ball out of there in a certain time frame. Deshaun Watson
he's
does
not a
not.
pros pro. Like, well,
I mean, he's
you don't
a
pay that much
he's
for
a.
a pros pro.
I'm just saying he's not to me educated still or mature enough towards getting that ball out quick enough. He still wants to second think. He wants to go through too many what do they call it precisions before he go ahead and release the ball. It got to be too late. You know
Yeah,
that and then on top of that, like I said, Kevin Stefanski never gave him a playbook from Ken Dorsey.
yeah, no doubt.
So I
And
mean,
yeah, and I can agree with that, Kathy. I mean, better play calling.
yeah.
Nick Chubb, I mean, he's back, but
Mhm.
if anything, he's a decoy. He's not Nick Chubb of old. So,
Mhm.
having him back, I guess it helps Jameis, but I don't know. Like, I don't know how much it would have changed if Watson was still playing and it probably would have been the same type of production as far as Nick Chubb. Wide receiver dropping the ball, again, I don't know. I know a lot of drops didn't come from Jerry Jeudy, and that's just who I'm speaking on as far as being unlocked and being this potential great idea that we traded Cooper. Like, I mean, he's
Well,
looking,
Cooper was the
and
one that
then the
was
fact that
dropping the
we,
ball.
yeah, and the fact that we extended him, like it's starting to look good. But I'm just asking with him. I don't know about the rest of the receivers and dropping the ball. I know a lot of the drops just didn't come from Jerry Jeudy because he wasn't getting looks. And I'm just trying to figure out how did Jameis unlock this and Deshaun Watson couldn't. And I know the line plays a part, but again, Jameis had a quicker ball release. And yes, you can say better play calling. So I don't know. It's so many variables that you can't figure out because unfortunately it didn't happen. So
I mean, you just said it. There's so many different variables, but due to off season, what is going to be the solution? That's it for me because this is actually getting nerve wracking. Just to talk about them,
oh
it's
man.
just nerve wracking because you could pick apart the whole team of where the mistakes are and what needs to be changed, and then nothing happens. So, I agree with Cassie. It was better play calling. Yeah, Amari wanted to get out of there, dropping balls, this and this and that. Uh, the quick release, yeah, I give it to you. Deshaun did not have a line to get the ball to look past one or two receivers. And I don't know if Judy was the third option or not, but
He
I
was
know
definitely number two.
I know he's number one now. And Cedric didn't even play. Tillman. So, that would made him another reason to be number one as a receiver.
Yeah, for
So
sure. Yeah, what up, Bobble? I agree with that. I mean, I agree with that from the moment they was trying to go after him. Like I felt like mentally he just wasn't gonna be here. Like it was
mhm.
just so much that he had to deal with, and it wasn't going anywhere. Not in the first initial 1 or 2 years. It wasn't going nowhere. They were gonna
and
make sure
then
you knew how they felt about you.
and then mentally, like they said, this man had to disclose everything to the Browns, even after he thought it was over.
Yeah,
Now you come back with some more. It's a lot of mental health
yeah,
going on with
yeah,
that situation.
yeah,
And now you looking at like I just got all this money, but this money ain't fixing these problems.
yeah.
So
But
I mean,
physically, I think he was like he had basically a
I think
year
he was
off.
physically, yeah.
Like yeah, physically, I don't know if he was I guess football speed in shape,
Mhm,
but like
mhm,
physically he was in shape. But
yeah.
football speed and the rush and all that shit that he missed out on, yeah, that he was shaky with.
hmm hmm Yeah,
Yeah, that
Jerry
was just
was
shaky
hurt
with.
through the preseason, but you know, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
get it.
no one played in the game. So we talk about practice. We talk
Uh,
about practice, like
he
you
was hurt. I mean, I agree with Cassie. He was hurt when he got here all the way into preseason. That I'm not looking for him as a number one option. But at the
he
same
wasn't the number
time,
one option. It was cool.
no,
He was
I
number
know.
two
I'm just saying I wasn't looking for him to be a number one option.
for
That's
sure.
all I'm saying with Jerry Judy. So I mean, did he practice? I don't know. He ain't do enough to me to where I was jumping up and down like I was on Monday Night Football for him.
Oh
So
no, he didn't.
yeah,
It was at one point, like I said, Jerry Judy was slamming his
mhm,
helmet on the sideline,
right, because he ain't getting
frustrated,
the
not
ball.
from
Yeah,
dropping the ball, but from not getting it.
he was practicing without pads. Yeah, that's probably true.
That's probably true. I mean, the
Yeah.
the 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 NFL right now is so protective of their product. They have to be now because they'll come after you if you're not. Like, um, there was a play. I forgot who Grant Delpit. You know what I mean? He had went in there awkwardly. Didn't nobody say nothing on the field, but the upstairs was like, no, dog, that ain't look right. and they pulled him
He
out
was
in
hurt.
Texas.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they're
Yeah.
the NFL. So yeah, he probably was practicing
College
without
does
pads.
that. College does that too. They
Yeah,
automatically
as they
signal.
should.
Yeah.
I mean, as
Yeah.
they should. Yeah, you know
Good.
what I mean.
Yeah. But I will say this: I am getting tired of Pickens, and I hope the Browns do win because this guy is acting so ignorant. He's going to have the nerve. I don't know if you read the article,
Of
JL.
course.
They asked him, is he looking towards the matchup against Greg Newsom again? And he said, I don't know who that is.
hmm
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Hopefully he make you find out.
That was
And your
Mike Tomlin
coach,
telling him not to, because I mean
yeah,
he's already been in the media too much, and
yeah.
Mike
And
Tomlin
he had
he
enough.
had enough of it. So yeah,
Yeah.
you
He
better
even
not
told
say
him,
nothing. Yeah,
he
yeah,
even told the media he needs to grow up.
flat out. And when your head coach say that,
That's a lot.
and not only a head coach but an established head coach, bro. Like yeah,
That'll
you need
make
to
me
just
scared.
yeah,
I'll be
man, you
scared
kidding
for my
me? Yeah,
job.
yeah. Because if nothing
Yeah.
else, I respect the shit out of Mike Tomlin. Like
Me
I
too.
mean, my goodness, dude. And yeah, what he say goes. The standard is the standard, as they like to wackly say. I can't stand Pittsburgh, but I fuck with their coach though. I give y'all that. Y'all lucky with the coach, man.
Yeah. I mess with them because they got a black coach that knows what he's doing with a winning season, and they
Man,
always got the next
he's
man
never
up.
had a losing season.
Yeah, always got the next man up. He'll start
We
0-5, turn it around.
and the Browns can't figure it out, though.
We can't even get a
That's
kicker to get
hilarious,
it up
bro.
through the uprights.
Bro,
Yeah,
that's
so
hilarious. Hey, look, man, we are streaming on multiple platforms, man. We are on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitch, we're on Instagram. On Instagram, it's at the JL Show Unedited, but you have to hit that link that's in that bio to get to where we are right now. On YouTube, on Facebook, it's the JL Show, one word, unedited. On Twitch, is one word, the JL Show Unedited. Man, the Browns, we gotta just
wait,
try
hold
to
on,
answer the
JL.
question of what's next, man.
It's free.
Shit. Oh yeah, it's always free. That's what's funny about this whole thing. It is absolutely free. But yeah, we just gotta figure out what's, unfortunately, again, it's what's next. You know what I mean? What's next for the Browns, and it's gonna be a
I'm
long
just tired of saying it. I don't
yeah,
even get excited for them
yeah. It's
anymore.
gonna be a long
I
off.
mean, yeah, I get so revved up by the last preseason game, and I'm tired of saying next year. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
so
But I mean, the Cavs, they're still on top of the East right now at 20-3.
that's why I'm
Um,
wearing my baby blue. Did you like them jerseys yesterday?
again, I don't like the North Carolina Cavs, but but if for rocking the jersey's sake, I
Yeah.
do say the jerseys are nice though.
I like the Cleveland Tar Heels.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, what I mean, the Cleveland Tar Heels. Yeah, how about them Cavs, man? Like,
They're amazing.
and we're a quarter into the season. You feel me? And this is where most people start to try to figure out what type of team you have.
Mhm.
And at 20-3, it's funny because they're not running away with it in the East. You know what I mean? Like Boston is right behind them.
Yeah.
The damn I think it's who else, man? It's another team that's like came out the blue that was just like
Well, I mean, I don't care who's above us because we're not chasing nobody or who's under us. We did get that dub against Boston. I know me and you had talked about how we
man.
didn't like a lot of the too many 3-point shots were made, but my point with them shooting that much is because of the fact that they're at home. They know their spots. What I did not like is we look scared now. Like there was too many passes at one point. And then that's when my boy Careless Levert got a little too careless because we're just go to the hole and do what you do. But overall, Merrill popping them threes like he did. Overall, I got to give Garland his props because
Yeah.
I look at Garland as we were just like the Browns and like a thin line between you and Sexton, and we picked the right one.
Yeah.
And I nothing against Sexton, but
I like the little young bull. Like I did,
like
but like
Garland. Yeah,
Sexton, I liked him too. He was injury prone too, so it
Yeah.
just we didn't get a chance to get
Yeah.
a good look.
And then on top of that, I like the new message that he did when we won against Boston. The media asked him a question. I ain't no punk. And that's just where it is right now. And that's what I see with this team. This team is not no punks. You're just not going to come in here and railroad us. You're going to have to fight. And that's what I like that I seen out of Mobley, banging underneath, and, with the putbacks, getting
Yeah.
fouled. It's just this team is nice, man.
See,
There's
I
nothing
like
you
the
can
fact
say
that
wrong.
you know what I mean. They have to be tough because
Yeah.
everybody's coming after you. Like they're coming at you with their best shot. Like you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
everybody want to see if it's real. It ain't just
Yeah.
the media. You know what I mean? These teams that y'all lined up against, they want to see if it's real too. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was Orlando. Like they're right there. Like they
Hmm.
16-8, and that's kind of a a different look for Orlando. And then you
Hmm.
got the Knicks at 14-8. So yeah, the Cavs, they're not running away with the East right now, but they're on top, and a quarter way into the season with 3 losses, that stands for something. It
Said for a
doesn't
lot
mean
to me.
it doesn't mean title, but this team, look, it's only injuries. That's the only way I see this team, because they're keeping a 10-man rotation. Like
Yeah.
they dude, like a 10, and you gotta have people buy into that. You gotta have Mitchell buy into it. You gotta have Garland buy into it. Like you gotta have these young, quick attitude, snapback, I'm the man type players. You gotta have them to be able to buy into the fact that we're gonna be playing people at a rapid pace. It's gonna be 10 people playing. So everybody will
Yeah.
get that
It
is
needs to
amazing,
be
bro.
more. It needs to be more because, like I said, we need to do something, either a trade or pick someone up from the
We're
D
still waiting
League
on Max.
to,
So
yeah. And
you
we,
got to forget about Max, and then they got to get a stretch. They got to get a 4 somewhere. Like I
well,
agree.
let me ask you this: Is Monty Gates coming back, or Monty Bates coming back, or Gates, whatever? Is he coming
Bates,
back before the playoffs start? Because we need somebody on Tatum. And like I
I don't
said,
know. Like
okay,
I haven't had any updates about his his rehab and what's
yeah,
been
me
happening.
neither. Yeah,
So I don't know. Cause I would think All-Star break. After
yeah,
All-Star break, we gotta start making some decisions. Like,
yeah,
what's
yeah,
up, bro?
absolutely.
You in or you out? So
Yeah.
I don't know. But I do know Max is still getting ready to return. So that'll
Mhm.
make it an 11-man rotation. And then come playoffs, who knows? I mean, Atkinson said that he's only pretty much put in like 70% of the offense. So there's still 30% out there that we ain't seen yet. And I believe the
Well,
70% is like, if it ain't broke, don't break it. Because right now it's working. So I'm gonna just keep this 70%. And as long as I can continue to stretch this lead out, I can preserve that extra 30 for potentially the playoffs. So I'm bought in with Kenny, and I just want to see what happens next as we continue to get further along in the season, because that's when shit gets real. Like that's when the season gets
yeah,
elbows to the wall tight. So like, yeah,
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 yeah. And that's when you think you sweet, and that's when you be
yeah,
going back home. Because I'm glad y'all showing the toughness now, but it's gonna get tougher when the playoffs, because a lot of calls is not gonna get called. And Cats is looking for y'all to be the target.
yeah,
And it's a good thing to have the target on your back now. So, like I said, after All Star season, after All Star game or All Star weekend, let these guys get a little bit different type of rotation, and let's keep them healthy. And then the playoffs. As long as we secure the bag, I don't care what seed we is. We could drop
yeah,
from
for sure.
number 1 to 4, but we have to have that intensity, and we have to have that dog mentality to come out there and show that this Cleveland Cavs team is serious. I really think they could knock off Boston. I might be talking a little too early, but I think they could knock off Boston and make it to the championship.
I mean, the 7-game series right now is 1-1,
Yeah.
and I still look back at last season and know that we were missing some pieces.
Hmm. Yeah.
And I mean,
Yep.
wasn't no excuse then, but it's an
Hmm.
excuse to me now. It was no
Yeah.
excuse when the season was in progress, but now I can hindsight it. It's like we were missing pieces, and
Well, not even the missing pieces. I think these cats know how to play with each other now, Jo. And then, second of all, I look at it as the fact that I'm really pointing the elbow at JB Bickerstaff.
I know,
How
right?
could you really have this and this looks totally different just
I
with
know,
some little
right?
tweaks in Kenny's offense? So I don't know. I'm really pointing at JB, man. Like, bro, what was you telling these cats or saying to
So,
them?
so right to that point, JB basically placed the defense here. Like defensively, these guys played the way JB taught them to play defensively. It
Mhm,
was always for me the offense that was
mhm,
lacking from JB,
mhm.
especially in the rotation department. Your
Yeah.
rotation department was just empty. You had no employees there, dog. You were
Mhm,
like bankrupt, and it showed, especially in a situation where you're in the playoffs, you're missing pieces. So now what do? Do you level up or do you shrink? And I felt like he shrunk, and only not only because I don't see him as an offensive minded coach, but
mhm.
in that moment, you got to have people around you that can convince you that this is what we need to be doing. Because I truly believe there was coaches like, look, man, do this. And he was like, but I got it. He just seemed like that type. Like he just, I don't know. So yeah, I
I
do think it
thought
was
I
JB.
thought the man was a good coach, but
Defensively, I think he was a great coach.
now how's he doing over in Detroit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see here. He got Detroit right now at 9-15.
Yeah, that's
So
about right.
yeah.
Everybody worried about them Lions. They
And
ain't worried
but they
about
were a
them
shit
Colts.
show though. I mean,
Yeah.
they were a shit show, and he walked into a shit show, and I
But
didn't
he
know
gonna
how
get
much.
paid.
Yeah, I didn't know how much he was gonna clean that up. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
especially not in 1 year. Like,
Hmm.
so it may be like something like he has to figure out what he has, and maybe they do some moving parts or whatever. But yeah, he walked into a shit show, but he left from one job to another, and he's getting paid. So yeah, I'm still employed. Like
Yeah.
that's what it's about. But I don't know. I want I just want to again fast forward without fast forwarding it, because this is now the time for the Cavs to ramp up, and you know
Yeah.
after the new year we're going into a West Coast run that's going to be real. Um, the next couple of matches I think we got Miami. That might be a good one. They got the Hornets
Hmm.
on the road next
Yeah.
tomorrow at 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, then they got the Heat on Sunday. Um,
I had them lose. I really had felt like I was a hater. So please don't get mad at me. I thought the Cavs was gonna lose to Denver for real. And when I watched that game, it changed my whole mind frame of how this team could move. I like you said, the main thing for me right now is the rotations. I'm just was a little. I wasn't caring too much about the shooting, even though some shit was a little outrageous like Miro shooting over 9 people, and I'm like, bro, pass the ball. But again, neither here or there. They did what they had to do. You know what I mean? And that's what is impressive. That yet, oh, we up by 5. Let's extend it to 12. We up by 12. Let's extend it to 20. Right after that halftime break, it was just something that just came in there that I'm like, this team's special, man. That makes me feel we could be down by 12 at halftime. This game ain't over with.
yeah, I thought they were going to lose to Denver as well, and I
Yeah,
also
I
felt
was
like
a hater.
but I also felt like the 3-point shot that was falling had a lot to do with the success of that game yesterday.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
the ball just went their way.
Hmm.
But
We at home.
if you right, and if you wanna, say X's and O's, then yeah, there were some moments where they got outplayed. But
Hmm.
you know, thank God you can see that early. That's what tape is for. So you
Yeah.
guys watch the tape and see how they did expose you guys a little bit, and then
Hmm.
we were just able to hit more shots. It's behind the arc for sure. So
And give it
that
up
was just my
to
one
and give
gripe.
it up for Show Nuff though too, Jo, because Show Nuff played great defense
Big
the
time.
whole game.
Yeah, I know.
That's another thing. I thought Shonuff was gonna get punked, dunked on, and all that. No, Shonuff came to play with him in them little karate shoes he be playing with them
Man,
Nikes, man.
man.
Jared Allen, my hat goes off to you, brother.
And I wish
That
he put the bandana or the do-rag up under the fro. He gonna have a false he gonna have a false spot right in
who's
that
the
little
master?
spot. Like, dude, I'm like, dog, get the hair up out of there,
Uh-uh.
dog. Like, it's gonna happen. He's gonna have that shit right there. Yeah, that
Who's the
shit
master?
crazy. But yeah,
So, man.
and I think coming off last year, a lot of the talk was, could you or could you not play with the rib injury in the playoffs? And a lot of us thought logically about a big man and how much he needs his ribs. But a lot of people, they were even questioning the people in the locker room about if they was questioning his toughness. But I think that was a point of emphasis for him over the offseason. Is that, look, I might look like an old school hooper that walked in the gym and said, I got next. But I
Off
ball.
the NBA streets.
You know what I mean? Right, off
Yeah.
the NBA streets, like I got next. But I'm in this league for a reason as well. And I do feel like
Exactly.
being tough was something that he really worked on this year. So definitely showed that last night. Definitely.
Yeah, what actually surprised me about the weirdest moment of that game was I did not know Russell Westbrook has been in the league for this long. We
Oh, for
getting
sure.
old, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm like, God,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
I thought it was only 10 years.
Yeah.
Man, come on, bro.
Yeah. Russell Westbrook has been doing this since been doing it.
Yeah.
And
And I
longevity.
want him to stay on that team because that
I
nigga
know.
will shoot them out the game. Just
Yeah,
let him,
I know.
they
I
look
was like,
frustrated.
yeah. Anywhere he goes, he does that. Like,
Yeah,
it
Jamal
comes to a
Murray was
point
mad.
where he will
Yeah,
shoot you out of it
yeah.
and
Jamal
don't care.
Murray.
You would
Yeah.
tell him shoot it. He'd be like, all right, yeah,
He ain't never seen a shot he ain't like, brother.
at all. You know what I mean? But he was a dog when he first came to the league. But
Yeah.
OKC, dog,
10 years.
if that squad never broke up
Mhm.
with Harden and Westbrook and Durant, bro, that
Oh,
was
yeah.
unfair.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would have been unfair. But yep, the Cavs, man. We just gotta keep it going. Don't take the foot off the gas. Continue to push forward. I know there's gonna be nights that's gonna be kind of taken off. It just happens in the NBA.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, don't matter what we say. Don't take the night off. Play every game. No, there is gonna be nights that you take off, but
But play humble and
Yeah.
make it where that next cat that's on the bench want to step up and take
Yeah.
your spot. We
Yeah.
seen Romy Rome do it.
yeah,
Melo
Yeah.
came out here doing it.
yeah.
Let's just stay humble. Let's give them the proper rest that they need and win.
Bro,
I
what do we
wouldn't
still have?
care if we win by 1 point against a team
Oh,
and we don't see them. You know,
Yeah.
Garland or Jared Allen or Mobley. Like, sometimes give these cats a break so we can be victorious later on. So yeah,
And you
I
can't
agree.
see what you have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
what JB didn't do.
Nope. He stuck with his guns, bro.
6-man, 7-man rotation.
And if somebody get hurt, oh shit.
Yeah.
Who
There's
up
the
to do?
playoffs.
I don't know what to do now. Like, yeah.
I still want to ask them cats, did they do that on purpose? Like, nope, I'm hurt. All right, you ready? Nope, I'm hurt. You ready? Nope, I'm hurt.
I wouldn't put it
Oh,
past him. Man, I wouldn't put it past it.
how they playing now? I definitely ain't putting it past it. But
And
I just
especially how
wanted
they
to ask how it
yeah, and
happened.
look, so like, they be looking into that low management shit, like, and people taking nights off like for no reason. So yeah, if that's the case, all right, I'm hurt then. Yeah, I ain't gonna tell you
During
my
the playoffs.
yeah.
What's wrong
my
with you,
man.
Jared? My rib, man.
My ribs, bro. I can't
Yeah.
even breathe. Like every
Yeah.
time I put my arms up.
Every time I get up, man,
I
I
wouldn't
gotta
I
put my
wouldn't put
do
it
rag on.
past them, dog. I
Yeah.
wouldn't. I wouldn't. Hey, but look, I want to play a game, man.
Okay. How
And this
long is
game,
this game?
so I got about what 6-7 questions for you, bro.
Okay.
But
All right.
you gotta pick one,
Okay.
and you gotta explain why.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm ready. I'm
All right, here
ready.
we go.
There's some cool stuff right here.
Here we go. All right, Lay's or Ruffles?
Ruffles, sour cream, and cheddar.
Why?
It's just the flavor, man. I don't know. I just don't. Plain chip. I'm not discriminating against some Lays. Lays go good with a
But you
good
can have any flavor
sandwich.
Lay's you want. Like, don't just limit it to like just plain
No,
Lay's. Any flavor.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the ruffle. I'm gonna
That's
go with
what's
the
up.
ruffle. All
See,
right.
I'm going Lay's, like, but
Mhm.
it's the same one. Though. It's a sour cream and cheddar though. Them joint,
Yeah.
like,
They, they,
I just feel like the flavor sticks to the Lay's more than the Ruffle. Even though the Ruffle is a great dip tip, like you can dip the shit out of a Ruffle because they stronger.
mhm,
But them
mhm.
Lay's, like the flavor for me, they just stay on the Lay's a little bit longer.
Now let me ask you this:
Uh-huh.
since we playing this game, Lay's barbecue or Snyder's barbecue?
See, I like Snyder's.
See, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, I think Snyder's just they do what McDonald's do with the salt on the fries. They just they just Snyder's want you to get all that shit. Like
They
I'm gonna
want you
raise
to
up my
have diabetes. Yeah.
when I was younger, dog, that flavor just
That was
stuck
the
with me.
best
Like,
part.
man, it was
Yeah,
like,
it just
yeah,
sits on the side of the edge
are
of the
you kidding
bed.
me?
Yeah,
Are
yeah.
you kidding me? So yeah, that's funny. Yeah, definitely the Snyder's on that game. That's what's up, man. We're gonna move on to the next one. Hey. So dressing or mac and cheese?
That's hard.
Mm.
Because it depends on what type of dressing you get. You know what I mean? And that's what makes it so hard. Macaroni and cheese stays consistent depending on who makes it.
Facts. I was
Okay.
about to say, wait a minute now.
If she got that little piece of hair coming from up under her
And that
chin,
thing right here, yeah,
yeah,
boy.
I'm eating that macaroni and cheese. But if I had to go against one, to kick one to the side, it would have to be the dressing. I could eat the macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, that was a tough one for me as I was coming up with these joints. And again, dressing and mac, like I think like when you think of a side, I automatically think mac. And
Yeah,
it's just like, you know what I mean? The dressing is cool if I have it, but it's cool if I
yeah,
don't. But if I don't
yeah,
have mac, I'm gonna be upset. Like there's a problem. Who didn't make the mac?
yeah, yeah. And it depends on holidays too. Like if
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
all year round, my side item gonna be greens.
What?
But yeah, but when it comes to Thanksgiving, I want my dressing, my macaroni and cheese, and I want my yams and greens. So
Yeah, you name it. You just with the green, brown potatoes. Like, yeah, you name it,
I
brother.
can mix those together. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for sure.
So I mean, I'm just sorry, but
Well, that's what's up.
yeah, yeah.
Yep,
What
yep,
about
yep.
you?
For me, yeah, it's Mac. It's Mac all the way. Like,
Okay, all right.
yeah, I
Uh,
you know, again, if
Every meal,
if
yeah.
I didn't have dressing, I'd be like, well, damn. If
But
I ain't
see,
have
the
Mac,
other problem,
I'm flipping the
yeah,
table.
the other problem is though too, JL. A lot of people don't make dressing like on average Sunday that I know of. Like
Well, not
macaroni
well.
and
I mean,
cheese
it's
would be a
definitely a
little.
holiday thing. Like, yeah, but I'm
Oh,
just
okay,
yeah. Yeah, it's
yeah,
definitely a holiday thing. Like, yeah, most people, yeah,
okay,
ain't no Sunday dinner with the dressing unless you just fancy or something. Like,
yeah.
you
Or
just
you
you just
got it.
felt like, yeah,
Yeah.
you just felt like cooking like that. And yeah, that ain't it. All right, hey. So in a prime, Tyson or Ali?
I'll have to go with Ali.
Yeah.
Because one thing people don't understand about Mike Tyson is really Mike Tyson was a young boy knocking out a lot of bums.
Oh my goodness.
It just took him to later on to like right before the jail where he was actually fighting contenders. Muhammad Ali, he gonna talk to you and he gonna go 15 rounds with you. So I definitely gotta go Muhammad Ali.
And I went Muhammad Ali because although, like you said, Mike fought out of bums, but he fought out of big, tall, lanky bums.
Mhm.
And Muhammad Ali was different. He wasn't no lanky, tall bum. Like you said, he gonna talk to you, he gonna play with you, he gonna toy
Oh
with
yeah.
you,
Yeah.
he gonna hit them hands with you. So
Yeah.
yeah, and although if Mike for some odd reason gets close though,
Mhm.
like I don't know how many punches Ali took like, I mean, I know he took a lot from like Foreman and Frazier and like, but like in his prime, I don't know how many punches he took that he really like had to feel and adjust to. So
Mhm.
if Tyson was to get close and really like connect, it still could be a sleepwalk, but I don't think he's gonna get close. I don't see Mike getting close, but I see that's the only way I see him coming out. So I'm going with
Well,
Ali all the way.
yeah, Ali would keep him so far off of him
Man,
and move around the
yeah.
ring and play with him and toy, frustrate Mike. Mike would bite that boy's ear.
Man, you kidding me? He's taking the
So
gloves off, throwing them at
yeah,
him like,
yeah.
man,
So
yeah. So we both agree on that. That's what it is. Just a couple more, man. This is a good one too, to me. Vince Carter or Tracy McGrady?
in what career or Duncan?
If you had to pick one, like if you're picking a player to play on your team, Vince Carter or Tracy McGrady?
Without us knowing their career at all, like
No,
they're
we're
fresh
talking
out
about
of
the Vince
college.
Carter and the Tracy McGrady. Which one would you take?
Tracy had a back injury, so I'm actually going Vince Carter. So to be able to compare that analogy, I would have to ask you Grant Hill or Tracy McGrady.
I would probably go Grant Hill.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Tracy was a killer though. And
Yeah.
like he reminded me of a slimmer Vince Carter.
Mhm.
Like he'll because in his prime, Vince will pull up on you,
Mhm.
he'll back you down, he'll punch on you. I mean, he'll 15-foot you. Like he had all that, and I think Tracy had all that, but Grant Hill, he just had like he had this like a like he had this mind control of the game to me, like
Mhm.
to where it was just the most fluent shit, and it
Yeah.
was like
Tracy
it was
was smooth.
heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking.
Tracy was smooth, but for me, Vince Carter longevity with his career, and
Yeah,
I wish they'll bring
22
out the
years. Yeah.
shoes back. I wish they'll bring back those Vince Carters, those shots.
The Shocks, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
I'm
did
going
play
with
22
Vince.
seasons, so
Yeah,
that's good, boy. That's longevity for your age.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
All right, man, check this out. You in the car,
Hmm.
you ride, you got a road trip. You only can pick two. Only can pick one of these two. No Limit or Cash Money.
Man, come on, no limit all day long.
Why?
Because I'm gonna make it say,
nah,
nah, nah, nah,
nah,
nah.
nah.
Yeah, cash money. No, yeah, I'm definitely rolling with Master P. No limit. No limit just has so that catalog is just too big. I mean, you you
They got
you can't lose, man.
so many artists.
I have never heard a No Limit album where I was ready to just throw it out the window. I'm taking a road trip. Yeah, I know I could take at least 10 CDs to get us there with No Limit. I only could pick 2 or 3 with Cash Money.
Mm.
And that's just being honest.
No doubt. Yeah, I want you to be honest.
I mean, Cash Money, when we leave Cleveland, Cash Money in the Army is the Navy. Like, I could get to that after that. But when we get 70 miles or 75 miles an hour, I want to hear, is you about it? Let's say you about it. Yeah, the whole car just
way backing
gone.
your ass up on the
Yeah.
road trip. Girl, you
On
look
5
good when you
people
back that ass up.
in my Cadillac. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. You can't play with me. And then you got my favorite group, my favorite artist, Pimp C, on some of them tracks. Come on,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, no, it's not. That's easy. That's No Limit
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah. And the same. Just because of like you said, the catalog.
Mhm.
And it wasn't just like a couple of artists. Like they had an entire slew of artists
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was dropping every 2 days.
Yeah. Yeah, Soldier Slim. Let's go on and on with
Yeah,
them. I mean,
Mystical,
yeah, we ain't even get to
Green,
Snoop. Yeah,
right? Mia X,
Sounds
Mr.
of Funk.
Magic,
Yeah, I
Sounds of
mean,
Funk. I
yeah,
mean, yeah,
it's just
Dope,
so much.
yeah, yeah, like yeah, they did, and yeah, some people would say Cash Money though. Funny to say
Yeah,
that.
I mean they can.
Yeah,
You ask, y'all want to put your comments in. I like this. You know what I mean? But for me, yeah, it would
yeah,
definitely be no limit.
yeah, for sure. Last one, man. Okay, so I never heard your take on it. It's talked about all the time. So LeBron James or Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan. And my reason is I feel like, and I don't want to be disrespectful to the king, but I feel like his career would not be what it would be if he was in the '90s playing. They would not let a point forward be the point guard. He would not be able to get off like he gets. He still would be strong, but he would be more or less like a Dominique Wilkins to me in the NBA. And I don't think LeBron, with his antics of doing the whole crybaby stuff, they wasn't allowing that in the league back then. Charles Oakley would have went across his whole chest just to, they used to fight back then. LeBron's not a fighter. LeBron.
And
Sorry, JR. I'm getting a lot of these spam calls.
oh,
It's the fact
trust
that
me.
LeBron is not, to me, LeBron is in the era where he needs to be at, you know. But Michael Jordan all day. I just have to give it to, Jordan's the real king for me. Then Kobe, then LeBron.
Okay.
So,
And that's why I didn't say Kobe or LeBron, because I mean I want to talk about this whole Jordan and LeBron debate, and like
mhm,
I don't, because like when it comes to goats, I don't have a goat. I have goats of eras, but I don't have a
mhm,
goat because I
mhm.
just think it's unfair. But
Yeah,
for me, I know a lot of times people was always saying Jordan because of 6 rings. And like if we're doing it because of the rings, then I don't like that discussion. If you can give me arguments like you did as far as playing in different time frames and different time zones and different eras and all that, then yeah, I can listen to your argument. But if you're just gonna say 6 rings, then I don't want to hear it.
well, it's not just only the 6 rings for me. It's the loyalty that Jordan stayed with one team to get
And
them six
okay, and
rings.
again, I understand that to a fault. Because at the end of the day, I don't care what you do, grown
Mhm.
man. You do what you want to do. Like this is a
Right.
business. I don't know how much of a business you want it to be. You did whatever decisions you wanted to make, but we're talking about
Right.
basketball. I'm not talking about the because
Yeah.
again, that's
I gotta go
to
Jordan.
me that's tainting. And yeah, I'm just saying to me it
And the reason
taints
it go
the
ahead.
argument. I just feel like it taints the argument when you say, and I'm not saying you, I'm just saying when people
Yeah,
say,
I'm with you.
um, you know, yeah, but he switched teams and Jordan never did it. All right, fine, but we're still
Mhm.
talking about bat. He switched teams, but he
Basketball,
didn't switch his basketball IQ. He didn't switch his basketball level. He didn't switch his dominance. Like he was still a dominant player.
if you
Like
want to put it like that, then I definitely have to go with Jordan just because I feel the game was different then.
yeah, but
Now,
who's to
granted,
say? But who's to say if LeBron was in the '90s, he wouldn't have adjusted to the '90s era and been a Magic? Because I seem like a Magic Johnson. So like, all I'm saying is we can't do
yeah,
that. Like you can't say, well, he wouldn't have lasted in the '90s. Who knows? Because he
I
wouldn't have been. He wouldn't have been LeBron that he is now in the '90s. Like
well then again,
we know that as adults, like looking at us and looking at the younger generation, we wouldn't have been that. Like we don't know how we would have been with all this social media shit like
right,
growing up. So like you
exactly.
like so like I so you so for somebody to say he wouldn't last in that era, it's like well you don't know that. Like
Well,
you
I
just
do know
don't know that.
this. I do know this. Without Michael Jordan, there is no Kobe or LeBron because they
That's a
watched how
fact.
that person play, and that's why I'm
That's
giving
a
it to Mike.
I mean, that's a fact because everybody wanted to be like Mike.
Yeah.
Like shit, I wanted to be like Mike. And I was
Yeah.
a football player. So like,
Yeah,
of course, without Jordan, there's not these other players trying to emulate him and trying to be the best. But
right.
when we're talking about in the court lines, and again, I'm not saying I choose LeBron or Jordan.
Who you
I'm
got
just
there?
saying, huh?
Who do you have out of the two?
Okay, well, who do I have out of the two? I will still say Jordan, but it would be on the strength of not because he stayed with one team, not because it's because he literally, well, I ain't gonna say dominated the entire time because he struggled too.
Yeah.
But when he got his groove and he was in his prime, he was undeniably by himself. Like, I mean, you
Right.
can get Pippen because
Yeah.
again, Pippen, I do believe Pippen was a huge part, and
Yeah.
Rodman and Paxson and all them others.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he was the guy that everybody was trying to knock off. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I'll
And the
give it.
other thing, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
I
I was
said,
gonna
so I,
say
so yeah,
another.
so I
Go
say
ahead.
Jordan, but it's not like an insurmountable amount of difference between Jordan and LeBron for me because I'm talking
There,
about the game of basketball. And if we
there's
keep
not.
it the game of basketball, dog, because you can't argue about an era. Like you cannot say what he would be in the 90s. You just don't know that. You're giving me an opinion.
I just don't. The only reason I could say in the 90s is because what pattern or what style of the game would he have? See, people don't understand.
What do you mean?
Basketball, listen, basketball in the 70s and the 80s was point guard, dribble, this, pass, this, do this, run a pick. It was a lot of play calling back then. What Jordan did was change the name of the game because basketball was failing back then. And that's when they let Jordan run wild. You ain't never heard of nobody in the 80s or the 70s that was actually had the green light to shoot 28 to 30 something shots a night. You know,
Huh?
so who's to know if LeBron would have been that thing? Now, I will tell you this, though. LeBron is one of the greatest basketball players I ever seen in my
I
life.
would 100% agree with that. I say that's what I say.
I love
I
watching
100% agree with that.
I love watching LeBron's old shit. I mean, to the point that LeBron could do whatever he wanted to do as a young buck. So and the man never experienced any type of serious injury that kept him out. You know, that I gotta say, Mike, yes, but LeBron is up there with my boy Kobe, because to me, I'm still more a Kobe fan. But LeBron's old track record all the way to coming back in 2016, there's no denying. I mean, he deserves his accolades, but I'm still going with Jordan.
So is Jordan your GOAT?
I'm like you. I think there's goats in eras. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
And for this era, yeah, from 2000 to 2010, it was Kobe.
Yeah.
From Michael Jordan's era, from 88 to 98, it was Jordan.
Yeah.
You know, so like you said, it's eras. You know, but he deserves whatever he gets,
So
LeBron.
why do people argue that shit so much about who's the greatest
Because
of all
it's
time?
conversation.
Well, I guess, yeah.
It's opinionated.
But
It's
some
not
people
going to
be
be the
taking that
same.
shit like
Yeah.
some people are like engulfed in the shit, like to where it's like, nigga, Jordan ain't doing nothing. Like Jordan ain't paying you to promote this man like this. Brown ain't paying you to defend this man. Like okay, like that's how you
It's
feel.
their opinions.
Calm down, young
It's
man.
their opinions.
Jeez, and I don't even like
Yeah,
saying the
yeah.
word "igga," but sometimes I'm like, man, like what is it? Like okay,
Yeah.
like what you got it.
We get it.
Like
You love him.
what is he
You
doing
love
for
him.
you? Like
There's nobody
geez,
else.
yes, bruh.
There's
Like
nobody else in the league but him.
I get it,
I
but
get it. Yeah,
you
I'm
ain't gotta
like you.
do
I
all
think
that.
look at Ayers. I look at
Yeah.
Ayers.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, I appreciate you playing that game with Big Dog, man. Appreciate that, man. Hey, look, we are streaming on multiple platforms. We are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, we are on Twitch, and we're on Instagram. As I always say on Instagram, you have to hit the link that's in the bio at the Jail Show Unedited. It'll take you right to where we are. On Facebook and on YouTube is at the Jail Show, one word, unedited. On Twitch is one word, at the Jail Show Unedited. As always, it's absolutely free, man. It is absolutely free. But I definitely appreciate everyone who tunes in, everyone who leaves the comments, man. All the likes, all the comments. Keep them coming, man. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It's free. Follow. It's free. Share it. It's free. EP, man, I appreciate you as always, big dog.
Hey, appreciate you, but I got to get to this game. They start at 7. I know they singing the national anthem now. I know y'all can't hear it, but I appreciate it. I don't mean to get off without saying this. If you are not tuning in, if you are not listening to the JO Show, where we do everything that we can to keep you entertained, you are a hater.
You are a hater. Yeah.
And that's just my advice for you. So stop hating. Let's show love. Remember my slogan, love wins. And I'm out.
That's what's up, man. Appreciate you as always, bro. But this is the Jail Show Unedited. I'm your boy, JL. That's your boy, EPs. As he just told y'all, if your shoulders don't roll and you don't do the stuff that we ask you to do for free, you are a hater.
JL, they gonna think something wrong with me tonight because I'm gonna be doing this during the game. They're gonna be like,
hey. Because the topics I discuss opens doors like open pores. My mission is to open doors. This is for people all across the board. So if you're sick of the same old statistics from talking heads with their old style of logistics, I suggest that you just let go and give a listen to
and for the last time tonight, and then that shoulder. Hey, and then if your shoulders don't roll when you see this, and if your shoulders don't roll when you hear this, you are a hater. You are a hater. EP, man, as always, I really appreciate you, big dog. Really appreciate you, man. Hit that subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit that like, share it, comment, tell somebody. You feel me?